Baleen whales are common and successful in the oceans of Kaimere, but the warm climate has led to a strikingly different context compared to Earth. Although in terms of sheer biomass, the base of the food chain in Kaimere is more productive, these nutrients and the food chains built around them are not concentrated as they are on Earth due to the more frequent upwells and runoffs from melting snow and colder oceans. Rorquals of Earth have grown enormous and numerous in a geological blink of an eye to take advantage of this context towards the end of the Pliocene. Giant whales migrate to warm waters to give birth, often going months without eating until they return to the cold waters as melting ice and snow leads to a smorgasbord that they can sustain their great size. Their great size is highly efficient for travel, and inflating their mouths to capture entire swarms is perfect for exploiting concentrated nutrients. Although there are upwells and runoffs in Kaimere, the nutrients are not as concentrated due to the generally warmer climate. All this adds up to most Chimeran whales being comparatively small. For all the giants of this planet, the blue whale of Earth is still 100 tons heavier than the largest Chimeran animals. Cetathier whales are today only represented by the Pygmy right whale. Historically, before the ice ages began, these small filter feeders were quite common. As Kaimere is closer in climate to the Miocene and early Pliocene of Earth, cetathiers remain common and diverse. Being smaller means they don't need as much food, and size isn't a great advantage given that their food is localized year-round, and therefore most do not migrate. Although there are some generalists, like the small reef whale, most cetathiers of the known world are specialized for feeding on the bottom like gray whales, or on the surface like right whales. The common whale is the largest surface-feeding cetathier, found throughout the waters of the known world. They are, as their name suggests, quite common. As their larger size implies, given baleen trends, they are migratory, annually gathering in the channels between the southern islands and Qajar to take advantage of annual upwells. These animals are incredibly fast, usually able to outpace their mosasaur and shark predators. The largest cetathier is a bottom feeder called the bilyuk. These animals are highly combative, using the barnacles on their upper jaw to rend any animal they perceive as a threat to their young. Groups of bulls are known to gang up and kill orcas, megalodon, and even motomazor on occasion. They are migratory, but more to circulate their harvesting and not overexploit a region than to reach different temperatures or seek upwells. The river whale is a tiny cetacean, usually growing to about 2 meters in length. These shy, reclusive cetathiers are unique for being the only freshwater baleen whales. Although they once inhabited the Great Lakes to the north of the Crescent, as this habitat has largely dried up in recent centuries due to a terrible drought, most of these whales are found in the Siritic wetlands. Although rorquals are not the domineering presence in Kaimere as they are on Earth, there are 3 species that calve in the known world and feed in the polar seas. Longest of these is the striking sun whale, so named for their distinctive spot of yellow on their tail that resembles a setting sun as they dive. They can grow as long as 70 feet in length, although rarely weigh more than 30 tons. The spotted whale is comparable in size and lifestyle to the minke whale. Both of these animals are descended from basal members of Balenoptera, or the rorquals, so are not particularly close to any living species. The breakout star of the rorquals is the humpback or eagle whale. These animals bring 2 things to the table which enable them to succeed where other rorquals have struggled: enhanced agility by virtue of their wing-like pectoral fins, and innovative and cooperative feeding strategies, specifically bubble net feeding. When humpback whales of Earth first reach the krill-rich waters of the poles, they feed like other rorquals, lunging with their mouths open to get a full mouth of food with each attempt. As the season goes on and the swarms disperse, most other whales settle for smaller mouthfuls. The humpback instead gets creative. By blowing a series of tiny bubbles in a spiral of decreasing size, they herd swarms into tight and bite-sized groups, then swim up the channel and enjoy a mouthful. Humpbacks of Kaimere employ this strategy year-round, using sediment stirring and bubble net feeding to consolidate the more frequent but less dense swarms of small fish and crustaceans. They also do migrate to upwells and runoffs. Like the cachalot and billiok, bull humpbacks are highly combative against the many predators in Chimeran oceans, and their rallying songs are known to bring not only other humpback bulls, but even bulls of these other two species together to bring down established threats, in addition to warning other whales to stay away. With these innovative behaviors combined with sacrificing speed for agility, humpback whales have broken the Rorqual rules of Kaimere, being enormous, widespread, and highly successful. As a whole, cetaceans have proven themselves to be very successful in Kaimere. Strange and familiar species occupy a wide range of niches in an extremely competitive and volatile region. Whales and dolphins are featured heavily in their folklore, as well as being a critical source of resources and sustenance. With their beauty, majesty, clever and playful nature, and intelligence similar to our own, cetaceans are a striking and thrilling addition to the natural wonders of Kaimere.